This is 𝗣पछि𝘄𝗲𝗿. We are running Dumb Mastery today. And this segment, we are talking about idea mastery. What if you have one powerful idea? What if you get to choose some 10 different ideas? And in a group of 12 people, each coming up with 10 ideas, 120 ideas, some of it might be worth million, trillion, or even more. Who knows? Only when you apply it, you will know. And here's a group which openly discusses the ideas about a strong business point. So, are we ready to go into the actual idea? The topic today is power of patience. Everybody has heard the power of patience, and watch carefully. It will look like as if it's an ordinary topic, regular topic, but it will go to a different level as we progress. So I'm inviting our very own Dada to come in and help us navigate through a seemingly obvious, seemingly simple topic, but you'll know the ramification very soon. Over to you, Dada.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Yes, everyone is like this, man. Why? What today? Something happened. Huh? Your party did not win in the elections. You didn't get your bonuses on time. You had a bad sleep. You didn't probably look for some kind of a solutions. It didn't happen. So can we have a good smile before you go ahead, and let me just also mute out other people. Okay, good. You know what? Your smile is the first level of your business, your money, your serving, your spirituality, your health, your relationship, every goddamn thing, man. Yes or no? Yes? So every day when you come in the morning, the first thing is, I want you to fake your smile also, even though you're feeling shit about it. I don't care. You know why? That is how you start your life. When you see your face in your mirror and you see, just imagine. I want you to fake it. They say fake it till you make it. I don't agree to that. But at least, might be sometimes the more you grow, the more you mature, you need to have a different face. Yes or no? I'm not talking it about faking it, but there is certain things that you need to hide. Isn't it? The dads and the moms, sometimes you have got some problems, but we don't try to tell with our children, isn't it? Yes or no? The same thing happened with our parents also, right? They faced so many tough challenges. I'm sure every one of us have gone through that, but you will never find a wrinkle on your parents' face. And when you say what happened, even if it is a tsunami, they'll say, yes, some nonsense fellows have done something, splashed some water, right? Good. Today, we are going to use that same thing. And this is the big virtue, because I think we mature when we understand how to respond rather than how to react. So before we go to today's topic, I would like to tell you, would you like to go to a doctor without a diagnosis? Just like that? No, right? I mean, what I mean to say, would you like to take a medicine without a diagnosis, without a right diagnosis? Either you do it, a doctor does it, or a third party does it. Would you like to take any medicine? Anyone? Yes, is this? No, is this? No. So if I give you a diagnostics for your lifetime, would you be trustworthy to your own self, or you want to cheat in this examination also? Dekho, this is your life. I would like to ask you, if I give you a diagnostics today, where you need to tell the truth, there are 5 areas where you need to tell the truth. To the cops, to the advocate, to the fireman, to the master and the guru, and to the marketeer. Yes or no? Other than fire brigade fellow, I can tell you, we are all somewhere. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? So if I want to ask you this, if I can give you a test, okay, you need to be truthful to yourself, because results will reflect you. Are you okay? So there are 2 parts in this test. One is something that you strongly disagree, and another that you strongly agree. Are you okay with that? Any point in your life, you will have these 2 decisions. Not only you, your prospects, your consumers, your family people, your relatives, everyone always will have something where they strongly disagree and they strongly agree. isn't it? So today, before I go into the topic, I would like to tell you there is something which is going to come to you, okay? And that something is going to look like this. It is a normal form which has got 6 questions, okay? It's power of patience. It has got 6 questions. I'm going to give it to you. Write down your email because the mail is going to give you a result at the end of the day. And the result will be something like this. This will give you your own chart, okay, blah, blah, XYZ. This will give you your own ideas and how do you perform. And there are certain questions are there. There are total 6 questions are there. So every question is scaled from 1 to 5. 1 is strongly disagree and 5 is strongly agree. And once you have filled up the form, you will get an instant answer. I will not explain the answer. The answer is here. And it will tell you what does each one means. Are you ready, sir? Hello? Are you ready? 5 minutes. It has taken some kind of a time for me to make it very simple and give you only the 6 questions. So far, okay? Hello? So I'm going to give you some time and the link is here. Go ahead and fill it up right now. Go. Only one link, okay? Just go ahead and fill it up. The answers will reach to your inbox the moment you press submit button. Thoda soch lena, take at least 30 seconds to answer each of them. Okay? Okay? Right, go ahead, go ahead. So the questions are now divided into 6 parts. I mean, there are 6 questions are there. Please go through this very slowly, okay? For other people who are watching this on YouTube and other places, don't worry. At the end of this entire session, you'll get in the description also. I think the description already has the form link. You can fill it up. Yeah, you can go and fill it up. So the first question is this. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being strongly disagree and 5 is strongly agree, please read the following statement. I am generally able to remain calm and composed when faced with delay, obstacles, or situations that require waiting for a desired outcome. I want you to take 30 seconds, remember all those things that has happened in your past moments, your events, your interactions. Yeah, go ahead and just click. There is no answers, there is no excuse, there is no description. So beautiful, isn't it? You need to rate yourself and this results is going to be going only to you. So once you have done this, the second question is, how do you rate yourself in creativity? So creativity is also directly proportional to how fast and how efficient you can generate ideas to some problems or situations or excellence of any kind of a process or a work or a product or efficiency, whatever, right? So humans have an ability to generate unique and original ideas other people will never have. When rest of the animals and plants or species, they camouflage, they adapt to their surroundings. Human beings, they have a power of thinking. They go out and they create their own surroundings, isn't it? So you create your own dimensions and destiny and your environment. This is so powerful. Nobody other than human beings has this amazing power. Look around yourself right now. Just look around everything around yourself. Everything has been created by human beings. Isn't it great? And for creating those human beings, someone faced certain challenges, and with the challenges, they created some new stuff. So if you have done your questions, you will be getting your answers very shortly on your screens. We have created in such a way. Next one is, how do you rate yourself in problem solving? Yeah. Today itself, I'm going to give you everything probably that is required for any kind of a psychometric analysis which is required for you. It's a very powerful thing. And so this has been created after looking at many such kind of psychometric analysis. We have made it very simplified so that you get the results almost instantaneously. So human can analyze complex situations. We have analyzing capacity, monitoring capacity. We can also do something called as quality analysis. So based on that, we can create an effective solutions. So find out, how are you creating the solutions? Are you making the problem worse at situations? Then please give a different kind of a rating. Or you have created something which is a wow. There has to be some problems in your life. Every goddamn day we have problems, isn't it? The next question is, how do you rate yourself in empathy? Humans can understand and share feelings for others and allowing for greater connections and cooperations, isn't it? So in a scale of sad to excellent, find it out where you stand when it comes to empathy. Because sometimes empathy can be masked by ego, envy, jealousy, selfishness, greed, and many other such kind of things, where people work on a different dimensions out there. Today, rank yourself and treat yourself. Give a true numbers to yourself. It is here. It is not about just self, praising and self gratitude. Not required, because it is the true self of yourself. When you fill it up, you will understand where do you stand in the market. If everything is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, probably that's not accurate. Because the same thing, if I give it to somebody else in your family, I think this is one thing that you can do. Take this form and give it to somebody who was very, very close to you and ask him or her to rate it on behalf of you. Then you will see the differences. How many of you agree to this, that there will be a different answer? There will be a different answer, right? Yeah, the next question is, how do you rate yourself in adaptability? Adaptability teaches us patience, benevolence, understanding, observations, maturity, and many other things. So there are different circumstances out there, and in each circumstances, because when you are doing these exercises, each question will trigger something that will go back to your past. Yes or no? Yeah, it will go back to your past. It will go back to all those memories and events and all those things, right? And at that point, did you slow down? Did you share certain things, or you got adapted to this? You accepted it. How many times you accepted it? Was it good? Was it surrendering? Or was it just to avoid that situation you did that? I think these are all the things before you mark yourself. So, and each question I'm giving you a detailed dimensions. In first, we deal with each one of them in details, because there are many layers of such kind of pointers are there. When you understand this with yourself, only then you would be a better closer. When you can close not only deals, you can close a beautiful relationship, you can close a beautiful employee and an employer engagement with your vendors, with your suppliers, with your team, with your probably clients and customers as well. So the next one is, how do you rate in your curiosity? This is your natural inclination to explore, learn new experiences. I am also, most of the time, I'm always curious to find out, am I doing the right thing? Am I asking the right questions? Am I positioning it rightly? Are you getting value out of this? I have a lot of curiosity. So people who are watching this on YouTube, on Facebook, anywhere, if you found some kind of an areas where we can improvise or you can do that, so that is also a curiosity. How can I bring in better, higher content? Every time when you bring in here, there is a lot of effort which goes to create this very complicated structures of psychometric analysis. And I'm giving it to you in just 6 questions. And you just need to select yes and no. But this might take time. So give you a chance where you can share your thoughts and share your inputs and share your feedbacks and realizations as well. And the last, probably the 2 questions is your resilience. Humans can bounce back from adversity, maintain their strength in challenging situations. Okay, how much are you resilient today? What are your powers? When you look at all these questions will trigger certain very deep emotions and thoughts when you are doing this. And that is what was the requirement, because this 𝗣ması is designed in such a way where you keep your mouth shut and get into a true realization of yourself. Understand where you are. Many people, when we wake up also, we do not know what to do. They have a to-do, but they are lost. So when you come to 𝗣ması, your thought process starts to increase. Your idea mastery gives you that power to push yourself to that areas where it is very, very narrow and it needs a kind of a push to widen that out. So the next question was, how do you rate yourself in compassion? Compassion is all about others, feeling others, putting your foot in their shoes. And as a business person, as somebody who is a closer, it is very important to understand from the point of empathy and compassion about where is this person. Otherwise, you are just trying to become a smart salesman, which is of no use. You are ethically incorrect. You are trying to sell a comb to a bald guy, but the bald guy is going to come, and probably if he does not understand the connectivity of the purpose, he's going to come and probably not have a very good relationship with you or with the product. right? So the second last question is your communication. I think this is the answer for everyone's expectations. There are certain communications we talk, we write, we share our gestures, but sometimes keeping quiet is also a communication. Yes or no? Do you agree? So when you communicate, you need to rate yourself where you stand. Are you always like this? Are you going to be always silent like this? Because many times your silence is all about no. Sometimes your silence is yes. So there are a lot of ways to practice communications. It is not about just coming on stage and just keeping on shouting onto some mic. No. So how do you rate yourself? Not about your stage presence, your writing skills, your physical gestures and body languages. No. Sometimes your understanding, observation, also it's kind of a communication. So these are very deep intricacies which typically cannot be learned just by like that. There is an experiential learning. For that, you need to practice all these things inside a dojo, inside a practice area. Unfortunately, there is no community directly who can do all these things. You need to get into a community of people who are practicing all these things. And that's why we created this FEST community. Anyways, so the last question was your critical thinking. Okay, so critical thinking comprises of analysis, evaluations, informations that you have collected over a period of time. And then in your subconscious state, you find out what kind of logic, what kind of algorithms, and what kind of connections to be done. So once you have gone through all these 6 questions, then you will also understand that this is your rating. You lie yourself, it is your result. But when you are truthful, you will get the most accurate decisions. Many times we don't have mechanisms to find matrices or results, and we can fake all these things to even a psychiatrist also. But when you write this, whom are you going to fake? You yourself. There are some people who feel good after getting some trophies, and that is called as false sense of achievement. Now the diagnosis you have, I'll be opening up the session for around 5 or 6 people, or who can share their realizations. You guys can write your names, and if you have submitted, I'm sure what you will get is you will get this entire addresses. Okay, you will get all the things. If you strongly disagree, what happens? If you agree, what happens? Okay, everything. All the 5 pointers are here, and you will also get a graph which talks about yourself and the others. So far, okay. So with that, let me just pause this, and I think there are people. Write down your names. Okay. Some people are writing your email IDs. No need for writing your email ID. Okay. So go ahead. I can unmute you guys and share your realization about today's topic and how do you feel about this thing. The result is also in your inbox right now. Okay. The result is completely yours. No one knows anything other than the pointers. All right. Good. So open up yourself. I think the power to talk has been enabled. Now you can go ahead one by one and you can share your realizations. We have got 5 minutes and we are looking at around 5 to 6 people. Go ahead.
Yes, the power of patience was something really a deep learning actually. We cannot have a patience many times and we shout at someone else, even the mistakes of ours. That is the realization. Once it happens, then we say, "Arey, we made a mistake." But
Right.
many times we react to the situations, and that is what shows up with every human being.
Yeah.
And
yeah, good.
This power of patience has a lot of in-depth analysis, as you rightly said. So we cannot express it in a very 1 or 2 sentences, but it can go on a long way. And we need to cultivate that. We need to have the patience rather than reacting to the situations.
Awesome.
That's my learning. Thank
Good.
you, Dada.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. Great learning. I think great realizations also. And I would also like to add to one more point is patience and expectations, they go handy. Patience and expectations, they go handy. And patience and expectations can be addressed only by communication. That can be internal communication, that can be external communications, that can be spiritual communications, I don't know, but there has to be some kind of a communication. Only then patience can be expressed. Right, so let's go to the next person. Go ahead. Write down
Thank
your
you.
names and we can bring you on the stage. Okay, one by one. You can just unmute and talk. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Gagan. The power of patience. It's the most powerful tool I can say in our profession. If doctors don't show the patience, they don't treat it up. So, and it's have that much power, I can say. And in what I realized is through my profession about power of patience is it will decrease most of the emotional disturbances and emotional mental illness, I can say directly. So which can decrease stress, depression, everything. If I or we maintain the patience for few seconds or few minutes in that situation, so that will resolve everything. And that patience, as you said, we have to communicate in a way. That's what I realized. This
Awesome.
today's topic is fantastic. Thank
Good.
you.
So this tool, you can use it for yourself, others' reflection on yourself also. So I'm giving you the multiple use of this tool. Okay, it might look like a small form. You can use the tool. Anyways, you can put your email ID. You can give it to somebody else and give him like 5 minutes, him or her 5 minutes, and ask him, okay, what do you feel about me on this particular things? And you will get a true reflection of this person's ideas and behavior and characteristics and his or her feelings and emotions on you, how to do it. So guys, make sure that you take it in a very nice way. If you get the results, don't get into the reacting mode, because it is what is the true feeling of these people with you. Yes or no? How many of you guys are feeling this? I'm giving you a tool. Okay, लेकिन इस tool का जो result आएगा, don't react to it. Accept it, that this is the thing. Don't try to push them. Don't try to change them, because if you're changing them, you will not get the true understanding of what they feel, what are their emotions, what are their deep thoughts. How many of you guys are getting some tools for your prospects as well? Anyone getting an aha moment? Are you learning something in business? And specifically for people who are into media, PR, marketing, healthcare, you are dealing with your clients every day. Yes or no? Every day. And these are certain things which will give you a different dimensions, not only to identify them, but to identify how your services, your products, and you as a person is connected to them. Anyone getting a aha moment here? Very nice tool. Soft, cute, 2 minutes. Ooh. Next person, go ahead.
सर पेशेंस रखना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। जैसे हम डेली नए क्लाइंट से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, तो कुछ क्लाइंट्स ऐसे होते हैं जो हमारी सर्विसेज वो एज ए सिंगल पर्सन इंडिविजुअल को ना कंसिडर करके वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को देखते हैं, तो वो कुछ भी गलत भी बोल देते हैं वो अपने एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से। तो थोड़ी देर तक तो नॉर्मल रहता है कि चलो सुन लिया, वो ज्यादा सुनाने लगते, फिर हम भी वापस उस पे स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाते हैं। तो वो चीज ये सीखी इधर कि वहां पे भी रहना, मतलब अपना शांत रहना, उसको पूरा सुनना, तो वो भी बहुत बड़ी पावर है सर। और जो क्वेश्चंस जो आज थे, इसमें भी यही समझ में आया कि जो पीछे जो हमारे पास्ट में क्या कुछ हुआ, वो सब चीजें सोची, फिर वापस से पहले जो पॉइंटर 2 पे सेलेक्ट किया वो वापस 3 पे भी गया, फिर आपने एक्सप्लेन किया वो 3 से फिर वापस 2 पे भी आया। तो
Exactly.
सर ये सर पेशेंस रखना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है।
Okay, so how many of you guys who are watching this or who are right now on the Zoom link with me, you had given one answer, and when I explained you answer changed to something else, and then you realize nahi yaar ye to theek nahi hai, aise karne ka hai. Yes or no? Anyone had happened? Okay.
Yes,
now you need to understand, you are giving yourself across numbers, and the results are in front of you. Results ka matlab jo bhi hai, that is also been given to you. You now can sit and compare. I think this is a beautiful thing. All the answers are in your email. I'm sure you will be getting all this. Well, let's go to the next person. I think the next person is, I think, Mohita. Yeah, I think Mohita, then, yeah. One more person can go ahead. Yeah, quick.
I think the other patience is the key to everything. And, we evolve every day. We even if you want to master this, tool, it's the greatest tool for life. We cannot master them, till the time we have faced a lot of challenges. It's a practice, that is my experience. And I'm sure that people would relate to this. So I think if we keep patience, we get key to a lot of things. But that's one thing that takes a lot of time.
Right.
So yes, I mean, this is a, all the questions were actually connected to each other.
True.
And which reflects your personality. And we also come to know that which is the area that we come to master more. And yes, there was one question where, I went back and forth a little bit, which is communication. Frankly, I'm in a field of communication, but there are various kind of communication. One that you communicate with other world, one that you communicate with your client, and one that you communicate with your family and to yourself. So,
Yeah.
so there are various levels of communication. It's just not one communication.
Yeah.
So it reflects a lot of things. Yes. So great test that way.
Fantastic. Yeah. So I think this goes to a very nice story where one person, commits a crime and he has an understanding of his own self and he goes to the cops and he surrenders there. And after that, he goes to the Ganges. He takes a holy dip also. And he says, okay, Paap dhul gaya. And he comes back and does the crime once more. Okay. And the cycle continues. So that's a different kind of a psychometric analysis. Okay. I will not go into that part. But yes, there are people who actually get all these things done. So yesterday when I was reading about a little bit of a history part, and there was a history, I think it is connected to India, the King Ashoka. How many of you know King Ashoka, the Ashoka pillar? You all know that, right? So something happened in his life, and there was a lot of battle and bloodshed and all. After that, he adopted Buddhism. How many of you know this? Okay, this is all crap. He never adopted Buddhism. He was already a Buddhist before all these things. But let me tell you the other side of it. There was no repentance when he killed 99 people who are all his kins and relatives. So again, it is the power of patience. At one point of time, you take such kind of disastrous step, you have to take. Did you get my point? Even Lord Krishna also went off his patience when Shishupal spoke the 100th slang to him. Did you get my point, sir? I'm connecting spirituality, business every time. When you have got constant, bully of some kind of a competition comes in, there is a limit, there is a threshold. But you need to, do you have patience to give them 99 chances? Okay, chal, bully. Okay, on the 100th one, take out that thing. Yeah. So you need to have some kind of a protection also. Too much of patience can be another way of, look at a third party view. It might be like somebody who is very silent. Chalo isko aur push karte. It can be bullied also. So Bhagavad Gita not only teaches you how to be resilient, but how to also take out your, the hood. At least you can hiss on. There is a limit out there. So I'm not going to ask you that when is the, the threshold, how much you can do a patience. Patience karna bahut aasan nahi hai. But what is that limit? What is the threshold? And is it a right threshold? This form that I gave it to you will give you that answer. Anyone getting a aha moment here? Okay. कहीं ना कहीं पे आपको वो तोड़ना है, कहीं ना कहीं पे आप टूटोगे, कहीं ना कहीं पे you have to bounce back, bounce forward, whatever it is. You have to push forward. What is that threshold? Is it okay to hold, or is it? So if other countries are keeping on pushing India in a negative way, another some or the other way, you have to say, boss, I also have an atom bomb. Play, boom, right? You need to give this. Don't blast the bomb. At least show the bomb. Sometimes some of the deals happens just by showing a gun. You don't have to take out the gun also, even though the gun might not work also. Yes or no? Yeah. Patience has multiple ways to do in business also. Yes or no? Okay. How much you are patient. So when you are selling something, you have to be patient of not to sell anyone. Did you get my point? Do you find the difference between a salesman and a closer? Salesman has to close. Wo khayega nahi, result nahi milega. Closer. If it is not connected, chalo, niklo. I'm not going to sell it to you. It's a difference. It's a lot of difference. It depends upon how you handle your pressure, patience, and your perseverance. All are connected. Anyone getting a moment? Let's go to the last person, Nanda. We can stop this. Go ahead. And people who are watching this, please share and comment also in the comment box about what is your realization. This is not intended to promote anything, but it is intended to promote yourself today about how you are, where you are. Nanda, over to you.
Good morning, Dada. Good morning, all. Patience, expectation, and communication. This three things actually goes like I was never connecting, but say person loses his patience, if you are not communicating with him, you are not meeting with his expectation. You are saying, 1 महीने में गाड़ी मिल जाएगी. अब 1 महीने में नहीं मिलेगी, इससे पहले ही आप बता दो कि सर थोड़ा और टाइम लगेगा. When you are not communicating, you will definitely lose. Then he will lose the patience. On the table, if he's not getting, his expectation would be 10 minutes mein khana aa jayega. If it is not coming, you need to communicate, sir, it will take some more time because something is working out. If that communication is not there, expectation is not meeting, so the patient, he will lose the patience. This is rightly connecting. That's what I wanted.
Awesome, nice. So with that, give a big round of applause to yourself, because you guys did an amazing job by realizing who you are. How many of you guys got some actual numbers and your own internal guru gave that number to you? Yeah. If the number is good, awesome. If the number is not good, then try to be awesome. So today also you can change, okay? So I'm also giving you something which is not an almanac or not a palmistry kind of a guide, but I'm giving you something by which you can not only just change yourself from today, but you can also try to be from flossom to awesome today. So with that, let me pass the mic back to Coach. Coach, over to you, and let's conclude the session for today. And people who are watching this till now, great, great. You are showing your good patience. Good patience, if you're getting some good knowledge, then it is good. Then now it is time for you to implement that. Always remember, lie to earn. Learn, implement, and earn. Yeah, lie to earn. Good. Chalo, over to Ganesh sir.
Great. Thank you so much. Guys, want to ensure that people who are in Bangalore don't miss out on 29. 29th, something amazing is happening. And you guys don't know, almost like half the seats are already booked. And we got limited seats, 40 to be precise. And book fast. In case you've not got the link, please talk to the coach or support groups, get the link, pay the money, block your seat. And more than that, block your day, right? It's going to be a Monday, 29. So ensure that you are there in Bangalore. If you're outside, plan your tickets, plan your move, organize all your stuff, because it's quite important that you be present, because some of this information Dada has put together after so many years of practice. The black book for closers, you won't get any of those stuff from outside, because it is his practical experience, his success, and his failures which